All right, let's take a look at the chart action for sushi swap. I'm looking at cup and handle, but let's take a look at it. So in my last video, we had let's take a look in the 4-hour time frame. We were looking on the 4-hour time frame, and if we zoom in, we were watching this channel pattern, something like this. We had a target from the top to the bottom of the channel. It got a breakout, and we hit the target perfectly. Well, we hit it after it came down and got support, and it came and hit the target. We didn't hit it on the first go, but we did hit the target. So what I'm watching now is, let's delete some of this stuff and we'll kind of look at the bigger time frame. We'll look at that cup and handle that I was talking about. I knew that we had resistance right here and resistance right here, giving us this downtrend, something like that. And I was kind of wondering, are we going to break to the upside out of this, or are we going to get resistance and get rejected? And it looks like we broke to the upside. So that also relates to this pattern right here. What I was looking at is a cup and then a handle pattern, something like that, cup and handle. So what we do is drag from the top to the bottom of the cup, drag that to the breakout, and we're looking at a target of approximately 22.06. There's a couple levels that I'm watching before there though. We have resistance right here and resistance right here. I'm watching this trend line right here, and it looks like we just got some resistance on that level as well. So let's see if we could break above this. The next one that I'll watch is this resistance line right here. It looks like we have resistance right here and resistance right here, giving us this downtrend, something like that. So I'll be watching around $18 to see if we get some sort of downtrend, maybe something like that, before we break through and actually hit the target at around $22. All right, let's jump over to sushi versus Bitcoin. And so we have resistance right here, we have resistance right here, and we had a little bit of resistance right there, giving me a downtrend, something like that. It looks like we broke that downtrend going to the upside. We also have support right here, and support right here. Now you could argue this is either a channel pattern or maybe a cup and handle as well. We have that cup, and then we have that downwards channel, something like that. So what I'm looking at right now is either just basically targeting from the top to the bottom of this either cup or the wedge. So we'll drag that to the breakout, and I'm looking at a target of approximately 0.00040607. Basically, if this chart is going up, that is good for sushi swap, and we'll be testing the previous resistances, in my opinion. I think just by looking at previous resistances, we might have to watch out for this area right here and maybe this area right here. In general though, as long as this chart is moving to the upside, that is good for sushi swap, and it has momentum behind it pretty much. If we head over the total crypto market cap, here's what I'm looking at. We had resistance right here, resistance right here, resistance right here, support right here, support right here. I'm watching this. It's kind of like a triangle pattern, something like this. And we actually got a breakout to the upside right here. So what I'm doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of that little triangle, dragging that to the breakout, something like that, and we're looking at around 2.28 trillion. That's kind of what I'm targeting right now. We are still holding this uptrend, something like that. If we go to the 1-hour time frame, we could put a trend line like this, and we could watch this trend line until we break that to the downside, except we probably want to go to the 4-hour and watch the 4-hour. I don't really like watching the 1-hour trend lines, but yeah, we have a trend something like this. So until we break this trend line going to the downside, I'm assuming that we're in an uptrend and we're coming up to retest previous resistance levels. In general though, if this chart is moving up, it's a better chance to hit your bullish targets. If we switch over the daily time frame and delete some of this stuff, this is the other thing that I've been really watching, is the 9 moving average right here, this blue line, something like that. The last couple days we were getting resistance on it, and now we broke above it. I think every time we break above this 9 moving average, it's a good signal. So right now, let's see if this 9 moving average could come in and we can hold support on it and maybe get the next leg to the upside. Being above the 9 moving average is good in general, in my opinion. Alright, so going back to sushi, we're looking at this cup and handle pattern, something like that. We got to break out to the upside. Let's see if we could hit the target at around 22.05. Let's see if I'm right or not. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to support the channel, go hit on my Patreon and my OpenSea. Links are in the description.